Shalom. Let me get straight into this lesson. We're going to be going to the subject of so-called money. It is something that, people live their whole existence trying to obtain. You know what I'm saying? They've made this Jake number one goal. Number one priority is getting so-called money. So I'm going to go break all this down through the spirit so you can get the origin and you can really know what real money is. Because what you see on your screen is not real money. These are banknotes, greenbacks, but it's not real money. It's only real money. The illusion is there because they say people have belief that it's real money. And it goes to show you the spell, the enchantment that's on the people. And we do have to use this fake fiat currency. And that's really what it's called. It's not money. It's currency. And it's fiat, not real. We have to use this to get things done in Babylon, but we don't worship this. Really, we don't give a damn about this. See, Jake covered these things. You can tell. Look at their expression on their face. Look at this little ninja. This little ninja probably will put you to death. You know what I'm saying? If you come across this little ninja in the streets. Look at this. And you can't tell them this ain't real money. This is nothing but monopoly money. And you can't really call it money. That's a habit that we got to break. It's really currency. It's like it's the same as monopoly money. Same concept, but Jake worshiped this. It's nothing but what, fabric put together, fabric, a piece of paper and cotton and so on and so forth. And Jake has been reduced to this, because they destroy for lack of knowledge. They don't know that real money is gold and silver. In today's time, the average 98% of the Americans in this society don't know that. And the elites, the Rothschild family, the Rockefellers, the DuPonts, the Oppenheimers, they know this, but you don't know it. I'm going to show you something. They know something that you don't know. They want to have these people under the spell so they can put you under the spell. But this is currency that we see here. It's not money. So when you go into the word money, let's go here. I'm going to show you what real money is. And this is something that was understood and still is understood in the financial world. If you talk to a real investor, that's has some understanding and some knowledge, they're gonna tell you the real money is gold and silver. What's that guy? I can't think of his name. He wrote the book Rich Dad Poor Dad. He knows what real money is, but 98% of people in the world don't know this because they transfer the currency into gold and silver, because gold and silver, these are the Rothschild family, these elites, they don't think about they don't do this. They use this to entrap you, to trick you, to keep this system operating under the debt-based system. And did you know that dollars that you know today used to be backed by gold and silver? Let me show you this real quick. I'm going to show you actually a bill. Give me 1 second. All right, so I'm going to show you the current dollar is the one on top. And I'm going to show you an old dollar. And I'm going to show you something that you probably never saw before. So at the top, again, let me zoom in. You see where it says, this devil, George Washington face at, right up under his face. If you scroll all the way down to the bottom of the dollar, it says $1. That's your current dollar that you have today. Now I'm going to show you this other dollar. As you can see at the very top. Matter of fact, let's analyze this again. At the very top of that dollar on top, it says Federal Reserve Note, Federal Reserve Note, which is the international banking founders. There's nothing federal about the Federal Reserve. But you see it says Federal Reserve Note, and it says $1. But check this out. She got the one under that. It says at the very top, silver certificate. Bet you didn't know that. All right. So if you go down to the second dollar under this devil face, it says $1. It says in silver payable to the bearer of on demand. So you used to be able to take the dollar and it was backed by silver and gold. So that what made it valuable. That's what the value lied in. But now you look at this current monetary system, it's not backed by anything. They changed this up because they took it off the gold and silver standard. I'm gonna show you all this, but I bet you never saw this before. So you're getting a history lesson. The Spirit be on us, through the elders, through the Holy Spirit to bring out history to you as well, intertwined with the scriptures and the understanding, so you can see. So let's go here, break this all down. And I put in, when did the dollar go off the gold standard? It says at the top, the United States dollar stopped being convertible to gold in 1971. So you've been living in a lie. The dollar that you have today, which would be a 20, a 50, a 100, a $5 or $1 bill, is all monopoly money. It's only considered to be real money, but the correct term is currency, because it's people think that it has value, but it actually doesn't. It's just a debt note to enslave you under that, your physical body under that system. So you have to go work in this system to get, whether it be a debit card, paycheck, but it's all done under the same system of the Federal Reserve. It says the United States dollar stopped being convertible to gold in 1971. Did you know this? So you used to be able to change your gold, take the paper dollar and get gold and silver. It says when President Richard Nixon ended the Bretton Woods system, this event is known as the Nixon shock, because the elites, you had these countries that wanted to redeem their dollars for gold, and these elites know they didn't have that gold to cover that, so they just use Nixon. All the presidents are just pawns, right? They just do what they're told to take it off the gold standard, so the international banking families can continue to rule in a debt-based system. You understand what I'm saying? And they will use the United States military to enforce this dollar around the whole world. And it's prophecy. Babylon will have a paper trail on how it was set up. All right. So check this out. Well, I'm not making nothing up, so you can see. It says at the top, the United States didn't have enough gold to cover the number of dollars in circulation at the fixed rate. Boom. There you go. These devils, but it was all prophecy that, you think after this happened that America would have failed. No, it had to continue to go on this way, so prophecy can be fulfilled. This had to become Babylon the Great, as we know in the scriptures. And you got something called the International Monetary Fund. That's with the Rothschild families, the Rockefellers, the DuPonts, even names you never heard of. They sit over this system, and that's how they put all these countries, including the United States, in debt, and they control the whole world. What was that devil said? They said, "Give me control." Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. 1 second. Right, so that's the direct quote at the very top. It says, "Give me control of a nation's money supply." That's what the Federal Reserve does. The Federal Reserve is ran by the international banking families. They control it. So give me control of a nation's money supply, and I care not who make its laws. It says is a quote attributed to Mayor Amschel Rothschild. It says the founder of the Rothschild banking dynasty. So why did he say this? Because if you can create money out of thin air, so to speak, you can just pay. You can just pay off all the politicians. All the politicians are controlled by corporations. America really is a corporation when you go into the structure of it. So every corporate entity, that's why you have a president, you have a vice president of all these Fortune 500 companies. Then it goes to show you America. That's why they got something called the President of the United States, the Vice President, because America is a corporation. It's not a real independent nation. It's been controlled by the international banking families, these Edomites. And I'm showing you proof. So let's go here. So when you go into the word money, it actually goes back into a Latin word. Let me show you this. It says right here, there are multiple matches for Montia, including Roman Goddess, a financial management platform. Right here, it says Monetia, the Roman goddess. Monetia was named of two Roman goddesses, including Juno, Montia, and the Patreon goddess of money and minting. So when you go into the word money, it goes into the word mint. So right here, matter of fact, let me go back. Let me go here. So actually, in the Roman Empire, they used to mint money in this temple of this Roman goddess named Juno. So let's go there. So let's go to show you that we're in a Roman Empire all over again. And money is really gold and silver. It says Juno, a Monetia, was the Roman goddess of money and the minting of coins. What they used to mint in coins, gold, silver, copper, so on and so forth, precious metals. It says she was also the Patreon goddess of the city of Rome's funds. So when you go into this building, this temple, right here, it says the temple of Juno Monetia was located on the Capitoline Hill in Rome. You got something in the District of Columbia, right? Washington, D.C., which means District of Columbia, something called Capitol Hill, where all your financial, your government, your ruler, all the rulers of this political system sits at. You got the Department of Defense, the Congress, you know what I'm saying? All these different, the Treasury, they rule in DC, but they really are ruled by the international banking families. It gets deeper. So if you go here, let's go here. So I went to the money etymology, where you go to the word money, it comes from the Latin word monetia, which means coin or money. So it says monetia comes from the name of the temple in Rome where coins were minted. Do you hear this? And they got something, the building, how this building look. I'm gonna go to it and I'm gonna show you the similarity from this building that was in Rome. That's how you know we're in the ancient Roman Empire revised all over again. This was the building right here. And I'm gonna show you the United States Treasury building. See how it's designed, the architecture, and you go to the United States Treasury, which controls all this, the monetary system. I'm gonna show you something. You see, it's the same thing. This just reincarnated. And we showing, through the spirit is on us heavy to show you these things. Look at this building and go compare it to the other building I just showed you. And they used to mint money in Juno, right? And now they do it in the United States Treasury. Matter of fact, what is the United States Treasury so you can see? Let's go here. Nothing is a coincidence. It says the Federal Reserve controls the amount of money in circulation in the United States, but the United States, the Treasury Department Bureau of Engraving and Printing actually prints the bills. The United States Mint produces coins. So it's through that Federal Reserve system that they trickle it down to the United States Treasury, right? And the United States Treasury is when all these things are done, like how it was done in ancient Rome and Juno, the Temple of Juno. It says the Federal Reserve is a central bank of the United States, right? So when they put the word federal, that was the meeting at Jekyll Island when they would go into this system, when the international banking family would take control over the United States monetary system, right? It says the Federal Reserve controls the money supply through monetary policy, which includes open market operations, reserve requirements, and the discount rate. So these devils control the interest rates, what they got something called usury. Now I keep going on and on. Hopefully this lesson was edifying. Call Allah Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Rachak Kodash. Shalom.